Okay, we're on live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my wellness discussion. My name is Melissa Patterson, and I am the founder of Inner Tranquility, a maternal health practitioner and a first-time author of the upcoming book, Decoding Baby Blues and Postpartum Struggles. Today, I am with my friend Yarrow. She is a regenerative health practitioner, a holistic coach, and an amazing herbalist. She has helped me and my mom with so many things with her knowledge. And um, so today we are going over a comment that I received on one of my lives. Um, this person had commented saying something about detoxifying the body, and their comment was, people needs to know how and what to detox the body with, that this enhance the wellness to live a free life. And Yara will go over and answer this and kind of explain what is the importance of detoxifying our body with plant medicine. Good morning, Yara. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you.
Good morning. How exciting about your book. When's your book coming out?
Oh, everybody keeps asking that. It's so funny because being an author and then being a first-time mom and starting a new business, it kind of, you put it in the back burner, but I've been wanting to finish it, and I have 3 more chapters to refinalize. And
Okay.
I had done it for about 4 months, and then I lost everything a couple
Of
of days
course.
ago. So I have to either figure out how I'm going to get that and, continue working on this. But the chapter I'm really focusing on right now is where I interviewed actually Gina and another doula that contributed their expertise and their experiences with mothers on my book. And then I also have like real life stories from moms.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really important portion of my book. And, I want to take time to really make sure that I do them diligent with their stories and just, it does enhance my book. So I'm hoping in the next couple months, hopefully before the end of the year, it will come out. So yeah.
Right. Well, congratulations on announcing all the time that you're writing it and that you're a first time author, because that's the way to get it all the way to fruition, right? And that has a lot to do with just having a goal is always really important. So detoxification is important for feeling free in your life on so many levels. We are constantly bombarded. We always have been as humans. We just, we're receiving toxicity from the planet. And now as life is progressing and everything is becoming more and more toxic by the day, we are having literally environmental toxins coming. We're breathing them in, we're drinking them, we're eating them, and we're putting them on our skin with the endocrine disruptors that are available in the lotions that we're using and the nail polish and the shampoo and conditioner. And I'm not one to really like make myself up or anything, but I know that there are a lot of people using a lot of products on their body that I can't even imagine what they are. And to have something that's an endocrine disruptor in that is a really big deal. An endocrine disruptor is disrupting the communication pattern of your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is really massive, and it's important for all the communication in your body and the release of hormones and communication molecules. The hormones are our communication center in the body. And so there's that. And then we're drinking poisonous water, even if it has RO. They're saying there's glyphosate in the water, there's lead, there's heavy metals, there's all of these forever chemicals that our body's not able to process. And so those things sit in our liver. Mostly you have 4 detox pathways in your body. These are the only ways that things can get out. You have to poop them out, you pee them out, you breathe them out, or they come out your skin. And the skin is considered the 3rd kidney. In that, if you're having problems processing all the toxicity in your body, your kidneys generally all of this stuff is kind of general, right? Everything can come down to detail, but this is just the bigger picture, is that we have a lymphatic system, and the lymph is processed and detoxified through the urine. Excess lymph and waste will come through the urine for lymph, and then excess waste from the liver, and so a little more chemical on the chemical side oftentimes will come out the bowels. That's the way they come out. And if you are having eczema or psoriasis or something going on with your skin, you probably have a liver issue and your kidneys not filtering. So the toxins have to find a way to get out, because if we get overloaded with toxicity, we become acidic in our body. And when we have acid, then we have inflammation. And everybody knows, I think, I hope, that inflammation is at the basis of all dis-ease or imbalance in the body. And the gut has a ton to do with that. And when you have toxicity in your liver, a lot of like Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine actually focuses on the feelings that go along with any particular organ in your body. If you have liver toxicity, chances are you feel angry, you feel frustrated, you feel upset. That is because your liver is toxic. So if you're thinking about embarking on a detox plan, I suggest people detoxify 2 times a year minimum. And that just means that you take a little extra time to assume that your body needs the process of detoxification. And mostly we can do that just by starting with cleaning out our gut. When you clean the gut and detoxify the gut, you increase bowel movements. The average person has 18 pounds of fecal material sitting in their intestines. That's a lot. So when that's in there, then the walls of the intestines are blocked up. They're covered with goo, with mucoid plaque, with sticky stuff that doesn't allow our nutrients to get into our system. The nutrients are what actually fuel for our organs and our tissues and our cells. And if we're not getting those nutrients, we're also not feeling free. We're not feeling happy. We're feeling frustrated. We can have headaches, and then the physical ailment of feeling ill or diseased equals distress, right? So I think detoxification is at the base of feeling good, period. When you're cleaning stuff out of your body, when you prompt yourself to have more bowel movements and clean out your bowels, then your kidney will immediately start to clean themselves out too. You have 2 of them. Sorry for saying 1. And that will prompt your liver as well to detoxify. It's like the domino effect. When you start to clean your gut, then things go and clean out, and you can detoxify in layers for sure. I have people that we work with for months and months, and you make it through your first kind of session of detoxification, and you see the toxicity being removed, and you get pimples in places that you didn't have them before, and you get all bright and sunshiny. And then we decide to go another level deeper. Then you go that level deeper, and you see all this new toxicity come out and be removed. And every time it's like being reactivated and brought to a new place in your emotional body as well, because you don't have that physical baggage and trash in the body anymore. So I think it's very much at the base of feeling free. I myself, as a herbalist and health food store owner and massage therapist, and I just have understood the body for a really long time. And I'm learning all the time, for sure. Our bodies are so dynamic, and there's so much research out there. But I generally take really good care of myself. And when I got on the Purium products, by the 3rd day, I could already tell that something was happening in my body. So that's a really big deal for me. And it caused detoxification. And then I got involved in regenerative health. And as I progressed through that, I'm always open to going deeper and deeper. And you can just keep working on yourself. Your cells, when your terrain inside your body gets really clean, then your cells are able to regenerate themselves. And part of the practice of being human and allowing our soul to grow is taking really good care of this vessel that we're in. And I think that has I think that's everything I have to say about it. It's all encompassing. How you feel is based on how clean your body is. I just feel like I receive upgrades and activations every step I go deeper. I go on the ULT, and I did some gentle parasite cleansing and felt super activated, felt full of joy, felt so expansive, like, oh my gosh, like this is the person that I am. It actually introduced me to myself. Right. And then down the road from there, then 6 months later, I go on a really deep liver cleanse with this different fermented food program. And I feel like I've reached that height again. Like I get totally reactivated and feel so full of joy. And I feel like I'm just starting to know who I am through detoxification.
Yeah, I mean, I've never detoxed myself. I've never done parasite cleanse or even heavy metal detox, so I didn't even know what to expect. And in my understanding of what detoxification, it seemed a little scary because of some of what others have, experienced or shared. And so I've never really like, what's the point? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to do this to myself? Because I want to feel better, right? And the things that you have talked about with detoxification, it is subtle. And when I finally experienced just detoxifying the glyphosates and the harmful chemicals out of my body, like you said, it's just like on a cellular level. You just feel amazing, and you're like, oh, like a light just shined on your body and your mind. And you're like, oh, this is what it feels like, and you're like, wow, the perspective of what life looks like is so much different. It's not gloomy, it's not dark. Not that I was depressed or anything. It was just like I was tired and exhausted, and I was tired of feeling that way. So I just wanted to sit in a dark room and quiet and stay away from everybody. And having two toddlers, that's just not okay. If I was by myself, maybe it's good to have like that time to yourself. But honestly, when you have toddlers, they want you, they need your attention. And I couldn't give it to them. I wanted to. And I would pull myself out of the bed or couch and just be like, okay, I'll do it. I'll force myself to do it. And then after 5 minutes, I'm exhausted and I'm like, oh, I just want to lay down. So,
Right.
once I started researching and understanding more about regenerative farming and the practices, I've fallen in love. And finally I committed to the ULT, the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And trying that parasite cleanse, I was like, oh God, what am I gonna experience this time? And I felt relieved. I felt like a burden was just pulled out of me so instantly. And I was like, I want to take this like all the time because I felt so good. But I know there's a protocol to follow, and you don't want to constantly do a parasite cleanse. And you have to really focus on understanding how the protocol works. You have to really replenish your body with the right nutrients, the right type of food. And unfortunately, when we go and get something from a farm or the farmer's market or even the store, you can't really know if it's pure organic food. Unfortunately, even though it does say organic, you just cannot, because they don't really have that time or even the money to go get a microbiologist every day to check their products, right? They don't have that time or money. And that's why I fell in love with Purium, is because they do have that time and they do take that time. They have an in-house microbiologist that's in there checking each package to make sure that it is pure, it's in the purest form. And I love that, somebody who goes out of their way to really take care of the food that we consume is like top notch on my list. But
Yeah.
so yeah, no matter how healthy you are, and like you said, as an herbalist, as a business owner who works in the nutritional part of life, even you felt like, you know, this made me feel better about myself, made me realize who I am. And as a mom, that's one of the biggest problems that I've encountered with myself and other moms out there,
Yeah.
feeling lost of identity, not knowing who they are anymore because of that exhaustion. And to come to think of it, it has a lot to do with chemicals and toxins that we feed our bodies, you know, McDonald's,
Or
donuts, Coke, you know, and hearing Gina, our colleague who's a birth worker, she talks about her clients who never, ate those stuff, didn't do the multivitamins and prenatals, and just really did the Purium. And the difference between that individual and the individual who continued their diets was such a huge difference. And to really feel amazing and alive, you just have to be really just mindful of what you put in your body. This month I started the crack chlorella for metal,
Yeah.
heavy metal detoxification. Can you go over that? Because I'm not quite sure what to expect.
Yeah, the heavy metals are a really big issue. They're available in a lot of things that we use on our skin, first of all, and that also that we eat. And we're so depleted in minerals in general. So we're depleted in nutrients across the board, but minerals for sure. And then the minerals affect our nervous system. So when you're cleansing for metals, the chlorella will bind to them and help them come out of the body, because somehow the metals make the chlorella molecules whole. It has a place that there's a receptor and it wants to connect with that. And it also is cleansing the blood itself. And so what you might expect from it is nervous system response. The idea, you can get clarity of mind. Metals settle in the back of our brain, generally speaking, in the body. And so when you start to clean that out, you might, as often is the case with cleansing, feel a little worse before you feel better. You might notice headachy stuff. You might notice your dreams changing, clarity of mind, lots of that just stuff going on in your brain, stiff neck, this area just feeling like, and really needing to take in extra water. And you want to be sure that along with the chlorella, you're also taking in flushing your kidneys. So the apothecary is so beautiful. The formulation of the ultimate lifestyle transformation is really magical. So you want to be flushing the kidneys, and you also want to be making sure that the bowels are moving, so that when the chlorella binds to the metals, that it has somewhere to take them out. It doesn't just like move them through and then have them be reabsorbed through the intestine. To have them get all the way out and nourish the nervous system with dark green leafy things. All dark green leafy things have a lot of minerals. I think that as you were talking, like the bigger picture for me is that the cleansing, choosing to cleanse and strip away, you can cleanse just by adding a lot of good stuff, right? Your body prompts itself to detoxify. But if you actually take the time to strip yourself of the bad things and notice what they are and be conscious about it while you're doing it, it's like the ultimate form of self-love.
Yes, yes. That's really interesting. You went over a lot of that, because when I started the crack chlorella, I can't ever say it right, but I started having those pain in my neck, and I was like, this went away after I had done my first 30 days. I was so excited because it finally went away. The burden is gone. And, I felt amazing. And then I started within maybe a few days, I started having those neck pains, and I'm like more irritable as well. And I was like, what is happening? It's got to be this heavy metal detoxification. Now, what kind of other advice you could give to somebody who is detoxifying, but then they're not they're not having like a regular bowel movement?
Oh, you have to be having a regular bowel movement. So when that happens in my practice, I actually add a product. It's just a Band-Aid, because I'm working on the root problem. I don't want a person to be taking anything long term. But oxy powder is what I suggest. It's a oxygenated form of magnesium, and it will make you poop and just keep it going. If you're not on the super cleanser part of the ULT, the super cleanser usually handles it as well. But if you're not having bowel movements, you have to increase your water intake, start drinking lemon water, and get those minerals in there. That magnesium has at least 85 uses in the body that we know of. And so that means there's so many more, and something like 92% of us are deficient in magnesium.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. One more question. I know that you have to also go, but what about nursing moms? How could they if they want to detox, they want to do a parasite cleanse, would you recommend that for them?
Nope. It's just not time. The only thing you can do when you're nursing is put the good stuff in and just keep the good stuff in, because your baby will get the good stuff, and then you can go deeper and work on detoxifying yourself when you are done with that part of the project.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your knowledge and your inspiration and just really sharing your expertise. You are so good with words, and I love talking to you and hearing what you have to say. So I appreciate your time, and I know that this will help others out there who has any more questions. But Yara and I, this is what we do. We have the solution for you to give you that ultimate transformation, that ultimate lifestyle. And she has all the knowledge. If you have any questions, just reach out to her or me, and I can get her on the phone with you or us. And yeah, if you have any other questions, just leave us a message or comment below and tag either one of us so we can answer whatever question you may have. And we'll talk to everybody soon and have a rest of a good week. Thank you, Yarrow.
Thank you. Live your best life, everybody.